night racing, James, at Flemington, and you're a man on the spot. Rapid racing, every 30 minutes, one will be dashing up the straight. What do you like?
Look, it's always a pretty tough meeting, this one. Straight races are pretty difficult at the best of times, and we've got all straight races across the card. So, look, big fields, but I like one in race 3, number 4, Jet Jitsu. At an each-way quote around the sort of $8.59 mark. Been an absolute revelation for Andrew Bobbin since joining that stable. 7 starts for Bobbin for 3 wins and 3 minor placings. Only miss came over 1400, and all his form suggests that he just doesn't run 1400. 1300 is his limit. Comes back to his pet distance here, 1200, and I think he's drawn well. You want a middle gate, I think, in these races. Jockeys get to decide where they want to go, inside or out. My only real knock is that he's pretty deep into his prep, but just got to trust Bobbin that he's kept him ticking along nicely.
I remember seeing him early in his prep, maidens and 58s, and he was ripping home in those races. I think, that's a nice turn of foot for a horse at that level, but he's maintained that closing speed as he stepped up through the grades, which is pretty hard to do.
Yeah, I think the only time he hasn't shown that sort of finale was over 1400. So back to 1200, just keep him coiled up and let him rip the last 200.
Every 30 minutes a bit quick for you, Shark, or do you like something?
Get it over and done with, Simon. Get it over and done with nice and quickly. But I don't mind Pink Cashmere in race 5 down towards the bottom. Easy winner of a maiden at Ballarat Synthetic back in, I think it was October, and they gave her a couple of months between runs, and she was hard in the market at the Valley. Just caught wide there behind a pretty good horse, I think, in Rich Fortune. Forgive that run down the straight. She'll be in the first sort of third of the field. I think she'll run really well.
Go Friday night at Flemington, Saturday at the Valley. Let's have a look at the Musk Creek Farm, the Benchmark 100, the best race of the afternoon there at the Valley. James, what do you like?
It is a ripping race. There's a lot of horses in form, a lot of tough on paces too. I found it a difficult race to split a couple, those being Pounding and Savannah Cloud, both winning this prep. Both love the Valley as well, but I've just gone with Pounding, the Car Factor, Jamie Carr. I don't think there's anything between them, like I said, similar price as well. So I'm sort of 50-50, but with Carr on 53 kilos, really good map, just maps to stalk the leaders and knows the Valley. Won over this route in soft fashion last prep. Dug deep to score at Flemington last start. I like the way it sort of came back when challenged in the straight there. They put a bit of a gap on third, and also like the Detonator Jack form from 2 back. Even though Detonator Jack was rolled last time, he has been absolutely airborne. So
the mighty Sosibon rolled Detonator Jack.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. He's been a bit of a villain over the years, Sosibon. But yeah, Pounding just ahead of Savannah Cloud. I think those two are the clear standouts, and hard to leave Corner Pocket out of exotics. It's tough as old boots, that horse.
Where are you at here, Shark?
I went the other way. I went with Savannah Cloud. I just love the little relationship with Madison Lloyd, an apprentice who's riding really well as form with this horse. They've just gelled so well together. She knows exactly what he needs, this horse, to win, what position to put him in, when to push the go button. And he responds to her, and you could see that in its last run and the last win at Sandown, where they were challenged. Madison got busy on the horse late, and he found and was holding that challenger to the line. I think he wants a mile again, and I think he's really, really hard to beat here.
Old classic saying, isn't it? Winning form's good form.
It is good form, and he's won 4 in a row. He's been a little revelation in the summer, hasn't he?
Certainly has. So Savannah Cloud for James, your best bets and value bet on the Valley program?
Yeah, best bet goes around in race 4, number 6, Shuffle Dancer. 3 starts this prep have all been really good. Massive maiden winner over 1400 at Sandown, 2 back. Thrashed a horse who had a bit of a rap on him, Ruckerman. Then third in that race, went to Flemington last start and chased home, wrote to Aratki. Third in that race was Ballet Riche, who came out last start and knocked off our best bet at Flemington, Forbidden City, by a bit of a space, actually, 1.5 lengths. So I'm keen on that form line for a benchmark 70. I don't think it's an overly strong race on Saturday. 1500 looks perfect, and small field, I don't think luck will play any sort of factor. So hopefully the best horse wins, and I think that's Shuffle Dancer.
Okay, Shark, what do you like?
I'm looking at the nephew in race 5. I know he's been around the mark and teasing a win, Simon, but I think stepping up to 2,000 is what he wants now. Closed off well last time behind a horse that had his measure in River Plate, but he was so beautifully ridden there by Damien Oliver, going forward and controlling the race. Like the way the nephew closed. This is his chance. I think if he gets beaten here, I might be dropping off. And in the last, shock him over for young Alex Ray down at Cranbourne. He's got a really nice horse here, 2 for 2, by shocking, of course. He won at a mile, he won at 2,000. Both of them, he came from a long way back. Recent jump out at Cranbourne was very good. I know he's first up, but I think he might be something here at an each-way price that we could play. Maybe a little 1x3 bet.
Sounds like Shokomova should be playing the Australian Open, not running at
It does sound like that, doesn't it? That's a really good point. Yeah, representing Belarus or something.
I'm not sure Belarus or Russia we want represented just in a minute. James, good to have you chatting Melbourne racing. Look forward to chatting next week.
No worries, I'll be back.
Good on you, Mick. You're staying with me. That was racing in Melbourne. Coming up, a look at the Randwick meeting.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.